Alright, so this is going to be a new graphic style. I'm going to start with a 4x4 square, um, and we are going to make a pattern here. So first I'm going to create my little honeycomb bubble here. Um, I'm thinking I should do a 45. That is a 45, right? Um, so 0 to 40. Yeah, 45. Make sure I use the exact numbers. Okay. So in the appearance palette, I'm going to click on the stroke, make sure it's an internal stroke, which that's what I set by default. Um, oh, why did it put my swatch library as RGB when my settings is CMYK? I tend to work always in CMYK. I'm just going to develop my own bubbles here. So I always go BB dash, oops, stand for Bluebrad dash, and then a number. So this would be 01. I'm not going to have very many colors in this document, so that should be fine. We want a gold, so it should be 10 100, and then I'm going to go 5 here. So I get this golden yellow, and that would be the first color. Oh, the other thing I forgot to do is hit global. Make sure it's a global swatch, because that helps everybody in the long run. The second thing I'm going to do is a internal swatch here. This one should be the black, so BB-02. And this one I am going to make sure it has yellow in it. So it's a black with yellow inside, but not quite 100% black. So it's almost black, but it's the yellow's black. And then we make that a little bit bigger. And then what we're going to do here is blur and Gaussian blur. Preview. I just realized it's going all directions, so that's not what I want to do. But it's pretty dang close. I'm going to do 1 pixel. Yeah. That's right. These raster effects don't work. Okay, so we're going to have to do this a different way. So instead, what I'm going to do is the opacity we're going to multiply, and we're going to do 10%. And then I'm going to duplicate this. Yeah. And then we're going to do the second one. We're going to offset the path. Path, offset path, minus 2pt. And then this one, the upper one, we're going to make it bigger. Oh, wait. That's not what I want to do. Hmm. Oh, the offset was too much. 1 pt. Oh, minus 1 pt, sorry. Yeah, that's right. And then, yeah, and then this one, we want distort transform, and I'm going to move 1 pt by 1 pt. Kind of worked the way I wanted it to, but not quite. Maybe 0.5 pt is what it needed to be moved. Let's do much less here. Let's turn on preview. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was just too far. There we go. And then on the inside, we're going to make it our yellow. But then I'm going to clone that. In the upper one, I'm going to do this black. That's not really black. And then We're going to pull out the opacity. It's going to be multiply. And then we're going to do 10%. Now it's a honeycomb. All right. So now I'm going to duplicate this. Why didn't it snap? Oh, that's the other thing. Illustrator, you messed up. My settings. So these should be always at the top. These are important settings. Like these six settings right here. These need to be at the top. Like these need to be a important setting. I don't like having to go in and turn them on and off through the panel. The same thing with window and snaps. Like my snapping options. Why the heck did it get defaulted to snap to pixel? That's not what I want. I don't want snap to pixel. And then there's no shortcut key for it. So you made it default, but then you didn't apply a shortcut key or anything. Because I love snap to point, um, but I don't love anything else. So actually, what I'm going to undo is I'm going to undo my 45-degree angle that I had, just because I realized that how I'm going to do this is I'm cloning this. Now this appearance, oh, that's one thing. I'm going to need to pull out the graphic styles and make this an appearance. I'm going to delete all of the extra. See it select. Deselect, please. Okay. Delete all the extra ones in this document. Same thing with swatches. I'm going to come in here, and now that I've got all my swatches that I need, I'm deleting all of the rest. I don't like to keep. And one thing I wish there was is a clear bloat option in Illustrator. So, like, all this stuff, rather than me having to manually come in here for this document, I want a blank document. I mean blank document. I know how to open up my swatches palette. I know how to open up all that stuff. I know how to create my own swatches. I know how to do everything. Please, let me have blank. Blank means blank. Just black, white. That's it. And this clone one right here, the default graphic style. Let me control this by literally opening this up. See, it won't even let me do it. But let me get into that. Alright, so this needs to be exact in measurement. So it should be 2 by 2. I scaled it up, and I'm going to make sure it's directly center in the document. What I'm going to do is select this and then redefine. That's okay. I'm just going to add it. And then I'm going to deselect. I'm going to delete the original. So that way I know I have it. And then this is the graphic style. And that's the first honeycomb. Then I'm going to come in here and because this is a grid, I'm going to go ahead and grid this out. So that way, where it should be copied from there, and then we can copy that there, copy that there. See if you notice it almost has this perfect in here, so I'm good there. And then here's where I can cheat. I only need these three straight up there. And then I'm not going to leave this one here, so let's go ahead and move it there. This one here, we move here. That's why snap to point's important for me. Alright, now I'm going to come in here and randomly select a couple of these. And we are going to go into this one, and this I'm going to darken by a little bit. And now here's the cool thing. Did I not set that? Or I didn't set that as global. Remember how important I said that was to set his global. So I'm going to highlight all, hit the color wheel. I can come in here and reselect my global swatch. The reason why it's important to have global, I want a little bit of red in here now, just a tad. Now I can add a little bit of red, bring this down a little bit brown so it's more golden. And that way it looks more like the color that I really want. Alright, and then I'm going to randomly select this one. No, this one. No, let's do that one here. I'm going to find one that I want. And then this graphic one, the opacity, we're going to really ramp it up. Make it really dark. Alright. Now, here's the fun trick. I'm going to turn this into a pattern. So, oh, and I'm going to also get a couple of these where the color of this stroke has a duplicate and do the same thing where we put an opacity on top of multiply. And the reason why I want multiply is because I'm just adding this color to the top of this color. So it's not adding that yellow. And then I'm going to make that a little bit darker. Yeah. So that way the cells will actually look higher and lower. And I'm going to just clone this graphic style now. And now I can apply this to randomly selected ones. And I'm going to clone this one. And I'm going to apply it to one more. And then I'm going to be able to select these three. Make them a graphic style. Make sure that they're the same. And there we go. Now I'm going to do one more of this slightly deeper one. And I don't really care for this color still. It didn't really... See, if I add green, the whole thing has a green tint. Not really changing very much. Huh. Did I not get it his graphic style? I'm gonna... Oh. It didn't apply it like I wanted it to. Redefine. Yeah, see now how I got different colors going on here. Well, that's fun. Select same appearance, and I get all those appearances. I can select this. Well, actually, cancel. Cancel. Make sure it is applied to that graphic style. Then I could just go into this graphic style and reduce back to that. And if I select this graphic style, I'll go select... Oh wait. Then I go select these, select same appearance. Just make sure those graphic style. And then in this graphic style, I'm going to set the color and just reapply it. That's why it's important when you make your swatch to always set... Oh, I actually just realized I had two mics. I'm sorry. That always when you have graphic styles set, swatches being set, make sure you set global if you know you might be changing your colors. Because in the long run, your colors will need to be changed. And then this one here, do the same thing. Then we just redefine. Yes, that's more of the colors I was looking for. That's weird. I must have did something wrong. Okay, redefine it. Oh, something completed. Alright, that looks good. So, The only other thing I need to do is make sure that these end in the right type of grid. So that way that they all have equal sides, like a octagon should have. And that does look good to me. So now it looks like I can turn this into a vector pattern. Pretty dang easy. I'm going to group it all. I'm going to go into it to make sure, yep, I had the wrong color. So I hit color swatch, do this, hit OK. And now the color swatch should be right. Now what I'm going to do is take this, and in my swatch panel here, I'm going to drag it in. Now it looks like a little octagon in here. I'm going to go ahead and push this out of the way, since that's my original, because I can always come back to it and redo it if I don't feel that it looks right. And then I am going to apply some texture. Alright. And actually, I am going to set this as wolf. If I typed right. Let's do that one. And ooh, yeah. Do I have the one? I think I have the one where it's the full. I want the full. Okay, and this one we would do light. Yeah. That should be a lowercase. Okay, and then I'm going to scale it up. We are going to rotate it. Oop. Oh, come on. Thank you. Where? And all right, I'm going to group that because I'm going to show what it would look like at that. And then I'm going to do my fancy little box that I do. And, nope. I want that corner. Nope. Just this one corner. Round. And then this one. Yeah. Notch. Oh. Notch it. Thank you. And that one's notched. Oh, and then I guess just pull it first. Why isn't it giving me that? There we go. And that one's cut. There we go. The reason why I do this shape is so that way I can have different scales. I'm going to do 4 different ones for this one. And then I think what I'm going to do is some pre-made symbols, which are going to be easy. So I'm just going to create a lasso here real quick. We're going to do a drop. So this one is this type of drop. And then I'm just going to literally take this one, pull this back down to about right there, duplicate it, because this would be an in-between drop. We pathfinder that, merge it together, and then using my Astute Graphics tool here, I am going to remove these all. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, so 6V, or P, pen tool. We just want to remove the curve and rebuild it. Yeah. Alright, so then it's that. And I actually need to pull that one just a little bit. Ooh. We're going to pull this up. Don't know what's going on, but deselect those and move that up, up, up. Thank you. Alrighty. And then that should be good for that. I'll work on these a little bit later. And then we're gonna need some drips and 6. So pull that in, pull that over, and then we could do one of them. Yeah, and then we just go in here and remove a couple of these points out. That looked good, and then just pull that. Make it really nice, slobbery one here. All right. These actually have to be way smaller. But I'll show how to apply these too. I want those down here. We can make them bigger. All right. So I'm going to save, because I don't think I've saved at all yet. Nope, I did not. Let's go back out. And I am in the right place. Yep, new folder. GS dash 1 9 10 14 honey. Alrighty. And save. Yes. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is scale this down. And it was not correct. Okay, so Control K. See, this is where having these at the top, when I hit the S tool and start doing this, it should have options. Alright, so still looks like it's missing something. Some of these got to be lighter. That's what it is. So new graphic style, and I'm gonna apply a new. I'm gonna clone this stroke. I get it. Oh, why don't you let me clone? There we go. And then this will go white. And then instead of multiply, we go screen, and only 10. And then if I deselect it, you'll see that maybe more than 10. Well, like 25. You'll see that one's slightly lighter, so it gives a little bit more character. And all I have to do is redefine. So now, if I apply that to another random one, I get a little bit more random honeycomb looking. All right, that's looking good. And in fact, I think I need to do a gradient inside these. So instead, on this fill here being this solid, oh man, I gotta reselect and redefine. It didn't. Oh man. Okay, I need to get the right scale for this, but what I'm gonna run into here is that's my default one. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete these other ones. got messed up. Alright. And then one thing I need to do is clone this, make it lighter, screen, and 25. Alright, so that's a new one. Alright. What I wish I could do is set multiple appearances. So, like this appearance will always stay the same between these three. And then that way, if I change this one, it would have a key to three different appearances. So that way, I know that no matter what the appearances change, it's not going to change. So I'm actually going to pull over my gradient here. And, oh, I didn't have any of them selected. I want to do this one. Fill. We're going to do this gradient. And I'm going to do 45. That's kind of good. Get back in here and instead of the multiply being that, yeah, I think that looks much better. So let's do 40%. Minus 45? Goes from the bottom. Oops, somebody's calling me. Give me just a moment. It was a dead number. I hate those. Alright, because this whole thing's going to be rotated. No, it's not. I don't need... No, I do need to rotate it. I want to give it a slightly random rotation. So let's go 90 degrees. And let's put it back at 0. Where is it at? Actually, it's perfect at 0. It needs to be just minus. Or reverse color. Perfect. And then... What was the other thing I was going to do to it? Oh, this color. I was going to swatch out to this color. Yeah. I think our golden needs a little bit more red. Just by a little bit. Getting there. This one here. Let's clone this. Yeah. It worked. Oh, it worked exactly how I wanted it to. Then redefine. Select this one. And then redefine. Why did it change that one? See, I don't understand why it's doing that. Okay. Let's... No, I just have to select the whole thing and then deselect those two. Apply the first one. First one. Oh, ungroup all. Now apply it. Now I got a honeycomb. And then let's go back in and select a couple of random ones. And then those ones, we're gonna go to this fill. It's gonna be, instead of 40, we're gonna do 60, so they're slightly darker. And then on this one, we're gonna apply this appearance along with a couple random ones. And then also we go 60 on this one. Let's instead go 30 on this one. A little bit lighter. And let's go 10 on this one. Yeah, that looks more like a honeycomb to me. And didn't I tell my computer all but alarms? Why is it doing this? And how do I clear all? There we go. Bye-bye. All right. So let's update this pattern. All you do is you bring it over here and make sure it blacks out the swatch, and you can update the pattern. I'm going to apply that to this one here. And if you notice, it has that white edge there. Not a problem. I'm going to go into this pattern. I'm going to double click on that item so it isolates it. And then we're going to go into the pattern. And then you get that to your pattern panel. And we can double click. And now we're in. So here's the interesting thing. I actually have to cross myself in scale. So the first thing I'm going to do is we can go octagon. Yeah. And then that way it's really dang close. And then we're going to shrink in the left. And it's going to be some weird number, isn't it? I'm looking at this line touching this corner over here. Is where I'm looking at right now. So you can do it in increments. And that's too little. So instead, we're going to switch this to 1.5. Ooh. I think I got it right on the dot. So maybe the same thing right here, 1.15. Nope, too much. So I'm going to bump it up until it gets just the closest part. And so instead of 3.7, we're going to 3.5. Closer. Let's change it to 3. Too far. So 3.1. Nope. A little bit bigger. 3.2. Oh, I think it's 3.5. Nope. 3.3. Nope. So that means it's 2.5. Yep. Okay. That looks good. Now I got the pattern, and it's overlapping, which is not a big deal. But as you can see here, it's not quite overlapping in the right way when I'm actually zoomed in. So instead of this, that, so 4, 5, we're going to see where that goes. That was a little bit better, and so this one too. Nope, then we go 5. We could just keep adding a big number here. So instead of that, so I want to bring it down still, so that was better. So let's put this to a 3. And you can just keep doing that because it's going to do the math and round. And 2. That was pretty dang good, but I still got a little bit of different there. I'm going to do 4 here. Ooh, not really in the right direction. So 6. Oh, so dang close. So let's do 4, 4. Better. That's like dead on now. I don't have to worry about them. That's the width now. So 3, 5. Nope. Let's do 4, 8. Ooh, better. Getting there. You see, that's those two corners right there need to line up. The height of them looks good, but the width is not right. So 4, 8 didn't work, so 5, 1. Get in there. Said, let's go 5, 5. Oop, select the next field. Get in there. And then 6. And let's go 6.5. It is so dang close. I'm gonna exit the pattern view. Save and done. So now, if I do this, I'm gonna select this fill here. I'm gonna go transform. Transform. It's gonna give me this option box. Those options that I like to turn on and off are right here. Scale strokes and effects, scale patterns. I'm only going to worry about the pattern right now because that's the layer I'm working with. I want to scale it down to about 60%, so 60/60, and I'm going to turn on preview just so I can see what this looks like. I like it, and then I'm going to rotate this 45. So actually it needs to be -45, I think. Yeah, that looks better so that the light comes in from the left because that's where I'm going to work with. All right. Um, that looks good. So I'm going to duplicate this now, and I'm going to cheat. So we're going to go effects, path. Oh, this one stays the same, sorry. This one up here. Effects, path, offset path, -1 point. And if I did that, I don't see anything happening. I want that. So now I'm going to put the stroke underneath that first layer that I made. This will be that white, right? Now, if I only did that one path, it should look that way. Like, it should be covered up, which is perfect. Now I'm going to take this path, I'm going to clone the offset path to it. So now I shouldn't be able to see that stroke. I'm going to offset this path actually a little bit more, -2 point. I did not have it selected, so that did nothing. I hate when it does that. -2 PT. And then clone that. And then perfect. That's actually right. Okay. Make it slightly bigger. Offset path 1 PT. Now distort transform, and I'm going to move it 1 PT by 1 PT. PT stands for point. Kind of. Didn't really do anything. Offset path 1.5 PT. Oh, minus. Instead of 2, let's go 1.5. Yeah, it didn't really do. And then distort transform. Instead of that, we go 5.5. Oh, I was only moving the pattern. So this one, we want the object and the pattern. No, just the object. So actually, I need to clone this. Put it on top. This one's just the object. Preview. Scale 100. No, 100. We're just moving it. Rotation 0. Preview. Yes, 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 yes. 1, 1. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Get it. It's looking good. Instead, 0, 0. Let's go 0, 5. 0, 5. I like it. Huh. The pattern shouldn't have moved. Maybe don't move it. Uh, well, I'm going to clone that again. Right, no, I don't. I don't need to clone that again. I need to clone this white one and make it the dark color. Make it multiply. And we are going to move it. And we're moving both. Preview. And I just realized why it does not have that appearance. Because it was not selected. Alright, so keep it on preview. There we go. I just need to turn off that transform. Because now, here's the cool thing. I'm going to redefine this. If I apply this to this group up here, really heavy, and in fact, contents need to come down. Getting there. Don't know why the color looks different. Or is that just merely my screen making an illusion? It's my screen making an illusion. And in fact, I'm going to select that and go on this one. The whole thing actually. FX stylize round corners. And it's going to be 2pt. Very small. And then redefine. Interesting. And then stroke here. We want that one round. And this one here. Yeah, everything has round corners. Okay. Redefine. We come back to the text up here. For some reason, it doesn't apply it right. Yikes, what's going on? Let's outline the text. Save real quick, too. Okay, the round corner did not work. Apply it directly to the layers. Bottom. And redefine. Let's make this 1 unit. I think it's doing that because it's not 1 unit. Weird. Well, that's why. We can go through here and just go ahead and delete the round corners then. It's not redefining on this. Well, let's just turn off the contents appearance. Too small for that one. But I think it's pretty close to being there. I think I got it down. Got a new stroke. Mural at the bottom. And the new stroke should be the gold color. Redefine that. Ooh. Hmm. No matter what I do, it breaks it, so I'm not going to worry about that. Alrighty. So then turn all these on. I'm going to take this over here, hit scale, enter, and it should be 75%, enter. And then I take that, make it a new graphic style, and apply it here. And I just take the same one, scale, enter, enter, and then apply it, and voila. And then same thing. And then there's my middle one, my little one. So now, what I should be able to do is with this, cut, F, paste, apply the little one. Ooh, that worked out really well. Ah, offsetting didn't work very well. I'm going to need to make an even smaller one. So that's applied to there. I'm gonna save because this is really heavy for some reason. I think Illustrator just did not like me. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Let me try to fix the colors on this a little bit. No black. Let's go 15, 100, 0. That's why I set dynamic color, because now watch. My entire document just changed. And what the heck? Like, I've never seen it have this big of a problem before. Let's go medium. Yeah, medium looks better on there. Small. And the small one. Let's bring up the points on this one. Yeah, that looked better. What? Why is it wigging out? Redefine that one. Wow, this is a heavy one. Um, kind of. Kind of. I think I'll do another iteration to this in the future because this is really heavy. Like, if my computer's having this issue, man. Um, but let's go ahead and delete the original graphic styles here because those are no longer needed. And then I can delete the scalars. I think this is it. Like, it doesn't need much more. Let's make a wacky random shape in it. I think it looks good. Um, maybe that could be a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. So then we redefine that. And the same thing with this. That's fine. And then redefine that one. All right. There we go. All right, and let's put these panels all back. Alrighty. All right. I think I like it. All right. Let's try applying it to a brush script here. Make sure there's no appearance. And let's apply the medium one. Maybe extra small. Extra small looks good. Um, wow, it's eating up my memory. Looks good. But my computer's locking up for some reason. Huh. Alright, I'll leave that layer there. Has a editable text layer. Oh yeah, it works well. All right. I think I'm good with it. I am going to post it. So this is a graphic style. It comes with a pattern, which I will also sell separately. So I'm gonna create this document, which I'm saving right now, and I will also put up a version of this just as the honeycomb pattern for $3. So if anybody's interested, the graphic style will be $8, or actually $12. I'm sorry, and then this pattern will be the $3. So if you're interested in just the pattern, $3, and then if you're interested in the full graphic style, so that way you can apply this to text or whatever you would like, it's going to be the $12. I'm going to put it on for sale for 8 though. So if you're seeing this video and you're getting a hold of this, go right now. You can get this for only $8. I'm going to sell the full graphic style with the pattern. Um, but it's actually two graphic styles. So there's just the gold, and then there's the part with the honeycomb, so that you could do like dripping effects or two versions of text in it and everything like that. All right, I am going to disconnect because now it's time for upload, and I hope that everybody enjoys this. All right, have a great day and be creative.